Maybe there is a lot to learn, but this caused me much concern. Just like Ethelwolf's, like Ethelwolf's wolves. To a known classic show we turn, sniffing out what can discern, such as Ethelwolf's as Ethelwolf's wolves. Pray for me. Well met, lords and ladies, Jacob Butter speaking, and welcome back to another episode of... Perhaps you can see why I was, let's call it, heavily inspired by to do this particular episode tonight, based on what happened yesterday, actually. And yeah, not heavily inspired in the same way as the description of the old video implies, because because this particular video actually says, you know, please don't be heavily inspired by me, and then don't give credit, and then basically, you know, don't copy the idea, essentially. Which, I mean, I'll definitely say a blanket and all blank school idea is definitely not something that NotZoey can claim. But who knows? Perhaps in terms of specifically alphas, who is to say? I think I remember seeing a video on NotZoey's channel a while ago about successful gacha videos and talking about this particular one in terms of the use of the word alpha and how much of a good keyword search that one might be. Which may or may not have been the reason behind Alpha Witch Academy being called what it was, but I don't remember if that was the case or not. So I guess I guess that remained a mystery in the recesses of my mind. But that being said, it did also make me curious at the time to check out the series that she was talking about, and I never did. So today is that day, it seems. But I'm not alone on this journey into the world of alphas, thank goodness. I've instead also got someone on with me in the form of Ghosty. So hello.
Speaking of this video you're reviewing, Jacob, do you want to hear something that will probably tickle you pink?
Okay, go on.
I was writing a video on how Omegaverse tropes are weirdly pervasive in the gacha community, and then this video popped up. That's because Omegaverse, or going by its trope namer ABO, is a type of fanfiction focusing on a world in which genders are separated into a tertiary caste of alphas, betas, and omegas. And then this video.
Of course, yes. There you go. I am definitely familiar with the Omegaverse.
By the way,
speaking my last girlfriend was really into the Omegaverse, particularly, so I learned a lot from her. But yes, I've retained that knowledge since then.
Speaking of Omegaverse, do you want to know where it comes from? It came from the supernatural community.
Interesting. Not seeing the parallels at the moment. Given
what
I know very little about Supernatural, but I guess are there many werewolves in Supernatural? I'm sure there are a few, but are there many?
There are a few, but not too many, no. But the pack structure in Supernatural is similar to ABO, and that's where it comes from.
Okay, I see.
Trust me, I've been doing a lot of superfluous research on ABO, so I can write the script for the video I'm doing, which has led me down a lot of rabbit holes that are conspicuously not great.
Yeah, considering the comparisons between the AFMAL fandom and the gacha community, that might also be a lead for you in terms of, you know, that structure. I don't recall if AFMAL was into Supernatural or not, but to be perfectly honest, it would not surprise me in the slightest.
AFMA was probably into Supernatural. We also know she was into another community known for having a lot of ABO in it. The Attack on Titan community.
Okay, now that one I do have to question. Are there werewolves in Attack on Titan? It doesn't...
No.
That doesn't ring a bell.
Well, ABO stemmed from the supernatural community, infested multiple fandoms, not particularly including My Hero Academia, but for some reason ABO fanfiction was very pervasive in the
Now I'm just picturing what
and very
now I'm just picturing
pervasive
what an
in the
Omega
Attack on Titan
Titan would look
community.
like. I wonder what an Omega Titan would look like now.
Also, Josh,
destroy that village. Oh, I don't really wanna. Oh, no. I like humans.
Josh asked a question. What's ABO? ABO is alpha, beta, omega.
That.
We just explained that, but I'm going to explain it again.
Yeah, I know that AFMA was also into Teen Wolf, the series, not the movie. I think maybe the movie as well. I don't know. There was like one. Oh no, it was a Moon Tea reaction. That's what it was. Where there's a comparison between that and Teen Wolf. Maybe it was unconfirmed. Not sure.
Speaking of ABO and AFMO, there is a lot of overlap there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I mean, they reference alphas and omegas by name and present them in accordance with that hierarchy idea.
I hate it. Thank you for giving me another rabbit hole to fall down later. I hate you. You're my best friend. Good. Oh. Now I gotta sniff out more garbage.
Well, okay then. Good luck with that later. Now we'll sift through possibly garbage, but maybe it will surprise us. We don't actually know right now. So, oh wait, wrong scene. Here we go. Oh geez. Okay. Yeah. By the way, as far as I'm aware, that none of the music in this is copyrighted because it's the description of the original video actually says this is all from YouTube Audio Library. So I'm going to trust that for today.
Let's cross our fingers and pray to the gods above that they're telling the truth.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, then again, you know, not Zoe as a prolific YouTuber, probably has more concern about that than most. So yeah, hold on, I just.
Also, Vin in chat is like, I live in pure and adulterated fear in this chat.
Yep.
What's wrong, Vin? Too worried that the ABO fairies are gonna come with you?
I previously dated an ABO fan, so I mean, that the unaltered fear definitely extended to me at that point.
Like, I don't understand ABO, but I'm trying to understand it. I'm trying to understand the appeal. But honestly, the Edison Kane lawsuits are the funniest thing to ever come out of the ABO community, and that will forever live in my mind.
Yeah, as soon as you said, you know where ABO comes from, I was like, oh no, be careful what the next thing you say is. Where is this going? Who are you going to attribute it to? And it's like, oh, Supernatural, fine, yeah, all right. That's a relief. Got it.
Ghost Kitty, the idea of the wolf hierarchy came from an actual study that was debunked from its own creator. Not even a month or two later.
Yeah, no one listens to the debunking.
It was believed that, you know, alphas, you know, were the male leaders of the pack, but in all reality, alphas are just teaching their pups how to survive in the wild. There is no alpha male.
Yeah. So essentially, alpha wolves, not a thing. Mummy wolves, very much real.
Yes, like the pack, the actual pack leaders in nature are just the parents of the wolves.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
And as someone who read that study, I can confidently say it's stupid. It's stupid. Why did anyone believe this garbage?
Oh my goodness. All right.
Read the original study so I can get more of an idea of why people are so fixated on it. It's dumb. It is incorrect.
That might be why it's fixated. That might be why it's a fixation.
Because it's dumb and wrong.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I guess the idea of, you know, like some people, like, you know, born to lead, or I guess, you know, born with, like, you know, a dominant trait of some kind is appealing in some way, or versus recessive. I don't know. Yeah. What's I joining on? Well, look at the title of the video. This is only ever going to go one direction. Okay. But yeah, let's proceed forward now.
Let's proceed forward. Let's talk. I'll think about the consequences of ABO in the gacha community later.
Yeah, there is a very high chance that this video actually propagated a lot of ABO from 2020 onwards in the gacha community, if NotZoey's claim is correct. So you're in the right place. Without further ado,
I'm going to die.
Without further ado, on with the review.
Okay, Jacob, can we pause for a second? Like, I want to make a joke about that intro, and it's only the flashbang sound effects from Counter-Strike.
Okay. All right. And then
Because,
flash, bang,
like,
ching.
I didn't expect that intro to start off with a blinding flash of light, like I'm meeting Jesus Christ for the first time.
Yeah, neither did I. I knew about the song because I actually looked into the song because it's credited in the description. And I will say, you know, even despite the fact that despite the fact that it's a non-copyrighted song, apparently it is still a Nightcall version of it, which I know was definitely a thing in gacha community, but I thought that was mainly due to avoiding copyright. But I guess I guess not. So it was like, well, stylistically it matches here. You know, what better to symbolize alphas than Nightcall? Well, I guess it's the intro of the channel, so maybe that was this association. I don't know. Maybe. Is Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven, but I go by Callie. All right.
Ebony Darkness Dementia Raven, way.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
I'm just a young adult. I could be millionaires.
Also, here's Ghost Kitty. So that means Aaron and Aphmau are actually the parents of the pack, and they have Daniel, Dottie, Rylan, and Blaze. Yeah, that sounds like a very wholesome idea, and there are some fan fiction that spirals around, like pack dynamics. You know, in the largest air quotes I can give them, pack dynamics.
There is a non-zero chance there is a non-zero chance that this is that there is fan art of this exact scenario with these characters. Someone has definitely drawn that.
It's low, but not zero. Anyway,
absolutely.
Hi, my name is California Black. I go by Callie.
Mm-hmm. Not to be confused with Earthworm Sally.
California Black.
Okay,
Today is my first day at an all-alpha school.
No. It's at an all-alpha school. That is emphasized and emboldened to make sure it's very clear. Oh my goodness! By the way, I'll say this: this panning shot, like going towards the bed, because it's a custom background. I thought it's not going to be pre-rendered. It's either pre-rendered, which is great, or it is so well timed that it's that I can't make out any difference in the way that Callie grows versus the background itself.
If it is pre-rendered, thank you. I love you. I love you. I love it. I love it so much. Do it more.
Mm-hmm.
Riverview High is the most prestigious wolf school. Every alpha enrolls there, and now that's intimidating.
Yeah. By the way, I'm pretty sure it's meant to be prestigious, not prestiges. But
prestigious.
Yeah. California Winston Black. Get your butt down here before I give you any more embarrassing names. I'm gonna be 80 years late to school because of how slow you. Oh, I think this is a sibling or something. I was doing a. I was doing.
You were doing an impression for a parent. Also, there's a little beanie. That little beanie girl. Get out of here! You're probably going to go through as much torture as we are. Congratulations! Here's your sticker. Jeez, calm your butt cheeks down. I'm coming. By the way, there's human shoes in the corner. There was human shoes in the background.
Oh, you mean like live action shoes? Not like, okay, yeah, fair enough.
Live action human shoes.
The random tip of black on Callie's tail reminds me of how Adam in the original Adam could have a random white on his wolf tail. I thought you were going to say purple on his wolf tail, but yeah, fair enough then. All right. Take my sticker with pride and honor. Well, fair enough. Yeah, I survived. Okay, now it seems like it's not pre-rendered. Now they're growing at a different rate.
Okay, I'm taking back my kiss. You can no longer have it. I'm gonna be sucking the kisses off of your face. I'm sorry, I completely lost track of time.
It's like a Kirby vacuum. Okay,
I can't believe both of my little pumpkins are going to high school now.
Mom, it's not a big deal.
What is with that voice?
I don't know. I'm keeping it consistent with the choice I made earlier.
Also, might I say that the dad looks younger than the kids by his outfit choice alone?
Oh, be quiet, Adrian. Your mom and I are just so proud of you guys.
We know he's dating up. We know he's dating. We know that father is dating older.
I'm the stepdad. Can you tell?
I like how it sounds like you're doing a Sonic voice. So Sonic was the one to end this marriage.
It was the best way to get away from Amy. Just marry someone else. Genius. Anyways, yeah. Me and Callie should get going now.
I like how they're changing poses every so often during dialogue. It makes these characters feel so much more lively.
Absolutely, yeah. No waiting around in pose one for sure. Okay, right. I have to pause it. So, you know how, like, basically a week ago, well, even like not even a week ago, actually, I said that one of the things that Roxy and her cousin did was find specific music that I didn't have access to for the original Mutant Girl episode 7. This is that music. This is the music that I didn't know where it came from. Obviously, this video was uploaded after that one, so it clearly came from like somewhere else. But
we do know kind of
was the answer.
We do know where it came from now. Congratulations, Jacob. The mystery has been solved.
I should have reviewed this last week.
But I like that we have a diverse cast of extras.
I mean, I like that we have a cast of extras. They are very, very tiny, but I like that they're there. They're all sliding around and fading at different times. Yeah, no, this is pre-rendered. They're all sliding in. That poster is... all the posters are inverted. That entire billboard is inverted.
Lushed.
Oh my goodness, yeah. A wolf in an all-alpha lucht. But hey, at least I was gonna say at least they're like properly sized right now, and it's about to change again because they're panning in. Right.
I hate it.
Charlie, are you okay?
I'm just.
What, dizzy? So am I. Was this place built for giants?
Really, no one would like me, okay?
I mean, you say that like I was pressuring you to answer. That was a casual conversation, but okay.
Okay, why is he wearing 2 different sleeves?
Oh, this is another classic gacha thing that I hated. This is like second to me behind eye patches of gacha tropes that I just do not like from back in the day. I never understood why wearing like a sleeve that was too long and one that was rolled up was a stylistic choice. Imagine someone walking around like this all day. Wouldn't that just be distracting? You'd be like, what on earth is going on? Anyways, listen, Connie! You're caring, intelligent, outgoing, and beautiful. You smart, you loyal. I appreciate that. Just be yourself and I'm sure you'll make many friends. That one actually seems to actually laugh while with the background sound.
You're right. I'm sure it'll be fine. In fact, better after today.
I mean, sure, you can wait until tomorrow, but we did just get here, so you can make friends now.
Hey, Ella, I saw you blip out of existence when you changed poses.
Yeah,
Are you
I saw
okay?
that too, but also, hold on. So you said you're afraid no one will like you, but yet you already know somebody at the school? What, did we miss a scene? Was there a page of the script missing? Did she come in and say, "Oh, hi, my name's Ella," to which she responds, "Oh, hey, Ella"? No? Okay, right, fine. All right.
Hi! Hi, Ellie. I totally forgot you'd be coming to this school as a freshman. Am I your brother's girlfriend or something? How do we already know each other?
Based on the brother's expression right now, I'm guessing that he probably has a crush on her. And that is probably the extent of that. But yeah.
But
All right.
that's even better. I can see you more often when I'm not with your brother. Oh, they might be dating.
No, I'm out of excuses.
They're dating. They might be dating. Are they dating? I don't know.
Maybe. Yeah, zoom it. Yeah, panning over to the billboard is not going to make that look any less daunting.
Mag, alooful.
Oh, that being said, this transition is pretty nice.
I'm G. Look at the new girl hanging out with Adrian's girlfriend, Ella.
All right, you were right. But also, okay, I guess I guess we're
Why
going with...
is your design all green? Doesn't that mess with the green screen of this video? There is no green screen. We're just disappearing as we pan around.
You'll see. Maybe I don't move as much. We'll find out. By the way, I think this came out like roughly the same time as the first Music Freaks episode, of which there was also a very green character there. So, you know, maybe at some point they just all learned a Chroma King technique that I just missed out on. I just slept on that one. Also, hey girl, yeah girl. Have you noticed these posters are backwards? Oh yeah, I wonder how that happened. No, bird. Look, I tried my best. It was dark, okay?
Lucia.
She must be a powerful alpha to be hanging out with them, or just related to one of them, because she definitely looks related to one of them. They're both one of the most powerful alphas too, which I'm saying to you, my friend, who would already know this information. Very natural, of course.
Do we even know if the girl is an alpha or not?
Well, I mean, supposedly they're all alphas. It is an all-alpha school, apparently. But I guess between the alphas, there are just the hierarchy of like who is the most powerful alpha. dare I say, defeating the purpose of what an alpha is supposed to be, but that's, whatever.
Only the alpha's alpha can come to this school.
The alpha's alpha. That's a gacha title as well.
If she's new and we befriend her, then we could be. And then that could be our ticket to the popular, powerful group.
Here's an idea. Befriend someone in the popular, powerful group.
Brilliant!
Oh, I guess they're going to slide upwards. That's not distracting at all.
Oh,
jeez. Okay. Whoa.
I was about to say, wait, the posters are finally correct, and then we just the confirming issue.
No incorrect posters. We're moving on. We're never going to see them again. Anyways, yeah. She's not a cat, but close enough. Oh, and they blipped as well. I guess it's just the way that they transition away from walking. There's always like a missing frame, apparently, for everyone.
Like, that's a really weird stylistic choice.
Yeah, my guess is that whatever NotZoey was doing in order to like fix the keyframes wasn't like didn't have like pinpoint accuracy. It wasn't like a copy paste of the keyframes, so they just like faded out and it's like, okay, well, we'll blip them in or something. Maybe. This is why back in the day, actually, around when I started, I actually used to keyframe the characters from their end position and then work backwards in the video in order to determine like where they were coming from. It's like that was one of my gacha life techniques. Remove everyone else, put the character on the green screen, then work it out in post. Because that way, the end part, the one that everyone notices, is always going to be accurate. Because sometimes they appearing in. The exception, of course, is if the character was leaving the scene, in which case, yeah, start from the beginning and have them leave because, of course. But yeah. Most of the time.
Like here in our chat, William is weeping, and Ghost Kitty has an excellent idea. Now knowing what I know about wolves, I'm picturing this school having a class on how to be a proper parent. That idea sounds wholesome. Just have some wolves learning how to parent. Honestly, that would be wholesome, but that's not the direction we're going in, sadly.
Yeah. One of the comments on the original video did spoil the fact that apparently there is a group project that is coming up. If the group project is about parenting, we know where the story is going.
Oh.
But until such a time, we'll say that's part of home ec and we'll continue from here.
Cosmic Cobalt, let me guess, the line, "You don't mess with the alpha," is going to be in this. Like, it is an all-alpha school, so an alpha is only going to be saying that to another alpha.
Yeah. Might not work entirely in this case. Now, if you say you don't want to mess with an alpha's alpha, then that's another story.
Here is the alpha's alpha. Yes, the alpha's alpha. They're dating. They're both really gay. Ignore Head Omegaverse. That isn't canon.
I like how that's a separate category.
Like, that's because ABO was created as, a queer-friendly trope. That was until a couple authors decided... Yeah, that was until a couple of authors slid in and was like, this is an excellent time to create this gay trope, but all hetero and shit.
I mean, honestly, that was bound to happen. I mean, essentially, it's the same thing as saying like, oh, let's take this one particular trope and make it gay. I mean, ultimately, yeah. I just love the fact that the gay version came first this time. Oh my goodness.
Hey there.
What? You have no mark. You want an alpha? Okay, that is what natural exposition looks like right there. The fact that that she doesn't like explain only alphas have marks or something like that. No, she's saying that as if like everyone in this universe would know about that, but we the audience wouldn't. And now I feel in as to why these characters have these marks in the first place, and it wasn't just decoration. That being said, this does ignore the existence of makeup. So
also, this doesn't imply that the mark has to be on your face instead of like on your knees, leg, or butt or something. It could probably be the alpha mark could be like in the tramp stamp area. We have no idea.
Oh yeah, sure. No, I've got every alpha mark. Here you go. Yeah, no. This guy like, we'll believe you. We believe you. Thank you very much.
Like,
yeah,
all right. Like that is convenient. If you want to hide the fact that you're like an omega, you can be like, "Oh, the tramp stamp is near my butt. Do you want to see it?"
Oh,
and it's like, no, we believe you. Just keep your pants on.
God, that reminds me of one of the most famous Ginny Weasley moments is when apparently people were asking if like Harry had a Hungarian horntail tattooed on his chest, and Ginny Lyon said it was a crumplehorn snorkack, and then like Ron came in and said that was stupid, and then she said, I told them you've got a picnic puff. I didn't say where. And that was where that was left. There you go. That's one of Ginny's most famous moments from the books. Yeah.
Implying that Harry Potter is a twist.
No. Implying that Ron has one. She was dating Harry at this point. She wouldn't say that about him, but she would say about her brother. So yeah. Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm not an alpha. Then how did you get into this?
Because I'm rich.
Wait, if you're not an alpha, then how did you get into the alpha school?
I mean, we saw the house, right? We saw what gigantic house you lived in.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw the gigantic house you lived in, right? I'm sure that they worked out an arrangement.
But speaking in ABO,
I'm sure there was a briefcase full of those dollar bills that they.
Speaking in ABO terms,
well,
she's not. Oh no! Oh no! Ah!
She's either a beta or an omega, by process of elimination, if that is the case.
Hopefully, it's not the second one.
There is also a possibility this isn't actually an ABO product, and actually, there are only alphas in this society, and just other types of wolves, I suppose.
That's weird.
Oh, sure. Yeah, of course. Because, well, actually, you've read the study, right? Did betas and omegas ever get mentioned in that study?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right, then.
Like, the only wolf types that were invented by the fandom were Sigmas and Ultimas.
Yeah.
Sigma wolves are above alphas, and Ultima is a product of Aphmau, and that's for some reason snuck its way into random fanfiction. Random ABO fanfiction.
Yeah, I actually found out, by the way, that like years later that Ultima is actually like a brand of dog food. I don't know if that's where that came from, but
also,
I don't know.
I'd hate to say this, but all of them have 4 ears.
And Callie is wearing earrings on her human ears. There you go. Yep. That's also true.
Thank you. I hate it.
People know. It's like people know. Can't claim that's a mistake if you're aware and you're piercing the other ears, but there you go. By the way, speaking of Sigmas, actually, did I tell you about how like I accidentally was like spot on in terms of what a Sigma would be without knowing? So like back when I used to like go on the Aphmau wiki all the time, I used to roleplay on there. because I was trying to make sure people wouldn't like step on the toes of the series, because we were trying to do something was set in the future, because some people had OCs that were like the children of the characters that wouldn't make sense in the future, yada yada. So I was like, okay, we gotta separate these concepts, right? So all right, what have we got? What's a okay? We're going by Greek letters, right? So what's a good Greek letter? It's not pi. Oh yeah, I played this game like a while ago called Sigma Prime, which was on it was a maths game on mangahigh.com. Yeah, the Sigma. We'll go with that. And then I made like a whole lore behind like the Sigma in the first place. And then I was like, I can't remember exactly what I said about that, but it's something to do like even further back origins of werewolves, basically. Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Yes.
And that was my attempt to try to deviate from that. And then years later, in the post Andrew Tate era, basically, I found out that Sigma was an actual thing that people were claiming. I was like, oh, okay, I clearly missed this.
That's because Andrew Tate.
2018.
That's because Andrew Tate is a human trafficker and ruins everything.
He's a grifter, essentially. He's gone from. He'll say what he needs to in order to gain an army
In order to take your money.
Yes, gain an army and take their money as well. Yes.
So
money and influence.
So what? Do Adrian and Ella pity you or something?
I mean, they probably do actually, but not for the reasons they're thinking. I just realized that character on the side was was laughing with the stock effects. Like I just like deviate my because I was looking at Indigo Head character. I forgot.
I'm his sister. Did that book just randomly appear?
I don't know. Let's see. Yep. Man, that is the reverse of High Guardian Spice. Now we know where it went through the ether. Now we know what happened to that one.
Yeah, totally not. Wait, that's not the purple hair one. That's the green hair one.
Yeah, totally not. That line gets written by the year 1997.
Did they just blink out of existence to change poses again?
Probably. I was looking at the chat, but I think I like through the corner of my eye I saw that. Yeah. The strongest alpha is going to fall for MC. I mean,
Actually, I'm a sister, and our parents wanted me to attend this school even if I wasn't an alpha. They wanted me to get the best. They wanted me getting the best education.
Oh yeah. By the way, apparently, Sigma is the 18th letter Greek alphabet. The 18th star in a constellation Sigma Octantis, according to Google, and it sounds like a disease. No. That's ligma. What? Wrong word.
What's ligma?
You know I can't finish that sentence. I mean, I can. I just don't want to.
Stupid rich snob.
Yeah, partially. Right, but the snob part. Okay.
In fact, the Black family, the all-powerful House of Black.
The noble and most ancient House of Black. Yep, absolutely.
In fact, the Black family line has been full of the most powerful alphas in the world.
And the most rejuvenated.
And that's because of being a very powerful alpha, both my parents hold a very high position in wealthy companies. My dad still looks younger than I am.
No, he owns the influential company is a beauty parlor. That's he has access to the best stuff. That's
Also, I will pull up one thing. Why does the mom and the dad both have black cheek marks? Presumably, she would have had to marry in from another family unless something else is involved.
Yeah, one of the parents should have had a different cheek mark.
Yeah,
if
or
probably a
else
different color as well, but also, yeah, I would at least say a different shape.
also, like, whenever I see it, it makes me think, oh no, they totally did that thing what the parents do with the Gmod collision noises, except they're related.
Well, I guess we know how this family stays pure and influential. That's all I'll say.
Why?
Hi, William. I'm so glad you joined during that line.
I heard that. I was like, go see. Why? Why? Why?
I guess that's why
when this stream started up, and I was like, I have to watch this while I'm working on this because it at least gets me in the mood to do more of what I'm doing right now.
And then you inevitably got like roped in. That seems to be what happens. People keep putting Gacha review on in the background while they're working on other stuff.
Yeah.
And then as time goes by, they are more and more tempted to either at least like leave like rage comments or join the VC.
Yep.
Just keeps happening.
The parents did the thing with the Gmod collision noises in the bedroom. Something related.
Yes, they made like Sims and woohooed. Yes, like that. Exactly, William.
The whole Black family line was alphas. Also, my parents might be really distantly related, but let's try not to think about that.
Yeah.
That name makes me so... Oh, boy.
Until I came along.
Creature lives to serve the noble and most ancient house of Black.
Until I came along, found in the woods by my dad and adopted into my family.
I mean, I guess I thought we were gonna go in the the Mirabelle like style of things, of being like, okay, I was just happened to not have the genes. I didn't possess the traits.
Also, I noticed that
there is always a chance of that happening.
Also, I just noticed that the tip of her tail was outlined black.
Ah, well, there you go. That's how you know there's a difference between her and the rest of the family. It's painted. They painted it black when they adopted.
I am technically guilty of doing the all outlines being black thing myself, especially on the thing I'm working on right now, because I just hate having to manually use a magic wand tool to cut out screenshots.
Okay.
One normal wolf living alongside feared alphas.
You know what I would have done for this particular image? I would have probably put them in like a feared position of some kind, maybe. I don't know, like possibly like elevated on those stairs or something, or maybe like in their places of work, maybe, or intimidating somebody else, essentially. Show how they're feared rather than like, yeah, they just
They don't look like feared alphas. They don't look like a happy family that you'd see, Fallout 5 advert.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't get me wrong. I know
the
that
mom is 2 sets of ears.
Well, that's how you know the mum is. Maybe that means the mum wasn't fully related to after all. Yeah, but also, okay. Also, I will say this. I know that people like a lot of the time have two different sides to themselves. Like there's like your workplace personality is like very different to your to your family personality. I will say that if I will say that to most people, my dad's the most professional person on the planet. He is a different person at home, which obviously, of course he is. Yeah, much more relaxed, but much more like this actually. So that's what I'm saying. Like show them outside of this environment, and then we'll get more of an idea as to why they're feared by the people in those environments.
Also, Ghost Kitty brings up something I honestly would have liked to see. They have spade marks. You could have called them the Spade family or the Ace family, because, Ace of Spades. Why the Black family?
Call them the Ace family. Don't call them the Ace family.
Maybe don't.
We don't talk about the Ace family on YouTube.
No.
I don't get it.
Oh,
I'm out of...
I'm gonna have to tell you a story later. Boy,
I don't get it.
Okay, so the Ace family is a very popular YouTube channel owned by a family of vloggers, and that tells you everything you need to know to fill in the blanks.
Oh yeah, that tells me everything I need to know. I heard family
Yep.
vlogging, and my
The
brain
fact that me and
automatically
Jacob
jumped.
both knew about that is just. Woo, boy.
Like I just,
Oh, I knew about
I
them
don't
from back
watch.
when I watched H3H3. That was years ago.
Like I don't watch family vloggers. I have enough family drama at home. I don't need an extra helping of child abuse on top of that.
Yeah, which is perfectly fine. I happened to find it through a very old H3H3 video, so now I have a very clear image of Ethan Klein going, "Hey family!" Like whenever I think of them.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, so
Ghost
Kitty and I had the same thought.
Hmm.
She's
Oh.
adopted. Past NotZoey, I'm trusting you not to make this weird like other creators would. Nothing weird better happen between those siblings.
He has a girlfriend, okay? He has a girlfriend. We've established that. We've seen her. She's real. So, yeah, less of a concern.
Don't get me wrong, my whole family cares about me just as much as they would care for a blood-related relative.
Thank you.
And no more beyond that, to clarify.
At the very least, it should be that way anyway.
But sometimes I feel the deep sinking feeling in my stomach telling me I'll never belong with them. Ever. Like, this is at the point in this weird, flashback dream sequence when I would have had her change expression to something a little less happy.
Yeah. And probably on top of that, also maybe fade the family from behind her and put it in a black void potentially. Might be a little bit cliche, but it would sell the visual for sure.
Void's a bit too much, but yeah, it makes sense.
Okay, yeah, sure. All right, just fade the family away, keep the background gray. Then you've got the visual right there. Yeah.
Look, I have enough problems with voids as it is. I have to deal with them on a daily basis when it comes to things I watch.
I have 99 problems, and voids make up 27 of them.
But so Ghost Kitty was like, "Oh, family vloggers, I apologize."
Transition for circle.
No,
look, I knew you didn't know. Obviously, otherwise you wouldn't have said it. Yeah, I get that. Just
I get that. It's just,
hey,
boy.
But honestly, the Spates family would have been more subtle than the noble and most ancient House of Black.
Yeah.
I think I have heard some characters called Spade in Gacha.
I still don't get the thought process. No. Yes, because the last name is Black. Let's just nickname them the Black family. Why?
Well, that's not a nickname. That is what they are. They're the family with the last name Black. That makes them the Black family. It makes sense.
That process. There's the actual oh boy.
Well, it's the same way if the last name was Spade. They'd be the Spade family. It is exactly the same in that instance.
Well, at least it doesn't sound as bad when it's the Spade family.
I mean, sure, in universe they didn't choose their last name. Out of universe, maybe, but again, it's it does happen. My real last name is Brown, so I can't really talk. Oh, speaking of aces, hello Ace from yesterday's stream. How fitting you should show up now.
What? Timing and a half.
Oh my goodness, that is the most opportune appearance.
Yeah,
and you have no idea why. And also, hello Finn, I see you there as well.
Hello.
Welcome to this.
Also, I'd like to point
good.
out.
So you actually did mention again the server. Good.
I'd also like to point out that the knee is disjointed, and that girl who's running, her knees are coming off.
Yep.
Oh.
I think this is probably I'm pretty sure this is still Gacha Life. This is April 2020, so not June or July. So I'm guessing this is just the regular Gacha animated poses. So yeah. Also hi to KW as well. Ever heard of the Ace family? Moving on.
In that case, I'm going to stub Luname for this mistake and not the creator.
Yeah.
Hey you.
Hey you. Oh. It's the same idea.
But What do you want? I saw
Oh,
those
those are
chicks, Yuki and Melody, talking to you. They did. Did they say something mean?
Yes.
Okay, so now we know what the names are. Yuki, you say? That brings back memories.
I bring back traumas.
Oh, boy.
Also, look at the background extras sliding inward.
Huh.
Yeah, the background extras are also not pre-rendered, so they have been sliding this entire time ever since the first establishing shots.
my
Like the opening credits,
goodness.
NotZoey Presents had like 5 different slides going on at once.
They did say some mean crap. I didn't. That scroll went by too fast for me to read.
There you go.
They said some mean stuff, didn't they? Why am I surprised?
I don't know.
I'm
Why are
pretty
you
sure.
surprised?
I'm pretty
popular
sure
argument.
it's why am I not surprised?
That is the normal expression, yes.
Yeah.
Look, don't let their words get to you, okay? You're amazing, no matter what.
That just sounds like gaslighting
I mean, that-
in a lot of ways, but okay.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Just one question: who are you?
Yeah. Who are you?
Yeah, because this isn't the girlfriend, right? I'm pretty sure the girlfriend before looked different.
Wow, thanks. I really needed that.
You know what I'm gonna guess? I'm gonna guess this is actually another person in like the major like popular alpha group based on the extras reaction. Which, by the way, kudos on them on not so having extras react to what's going on.
Thank you.
But and also because that's the exact same reassurance tactic that her brother had, and maybe he has either taught that to somebody else in the group or he learned it from someone in the group. Yeah.
Possibly.
Why are you hugging me? Yeah, exactly. Oh, okay, they're still sliding. Never mind. I thought
Also,
they were
Ah,
gonna
they're
stay
sliding again. Eh.
Did they just slide over abruptly?
Yes.
Yes, and they're continuing to do so.
Also, William, might I say,
And
that
now they
PNG that PNG tuber,
Huh.
that's really cute.
It's more
actually.
fitting. It's more fitting than the Minecraft one.
Yeah. I need to remake this for Gacha Life 2 now, but I just haven't had the time because I'm working on Go with a Tail.
You don't have to work with Gacha Life 2. Don't worry about it. Luname is already
I'm
making
forcing
Gacha
myself.
Life 3.
Oh my god! Already?
Well, he's announced it, but it's not out yet.
Well, my thing just disappeared. Cool. Thanks.
Well.
Okay, it's just because I'm using the reactive thing, and I need to be in a separate private Discord call for it to work.
What's your name? I'm Kelly.
Yeah, there we go.
My name is Kira. Pleased to make
We found
your
you!
acquaintance.
We found you! We know who you are now!
Finally! Now, get back over here.
Would you happen to have the Death Note?
Maybe. I don't know. Let's find it real quick.
There's the
Check the
person who had a
pockets.
book appear out of nowhere. Did you have the Death Note? Is
Also,
Death Note
I'm
blue now?
going to say this right quick. Those two extras in the background don't have alpha marks either, and the girl who just walked past has a green spade.
Well, again, the spade is probably not like universal to the black family. I guess that's why they're not called the spade family. There are multiple spades, maybe. That's possibly it. The extra in the background has what seems to be like a plaster on his cheek. So maybe, I don't know, it just seems to be covering up his one for whatever reason. But yeah, the one with the indigo hair, yeah, not sure. Don't know what his excuse is. Maybe it's on his forehead or something. Or, you know, other places, like we mentioned earlier.
Dear Lord.
Wait, the panda hat guy has no tail. Okay, okay, theory time. He got bullied so hard that his tail got ripped off and his mark got scraped, and that's why he's got the plaster.
Like,
There you
either that or he's a human hiding in an alpha school.
A human in an all-wolf school. There you go. That's the sequel. That's the sequel right there. That being said, this actually does have multiple sequels, but yeah, a sequel series.
you don't have a mark.
Okay, you've been talking to her for how long now and you didn't notice that? You grabbed her face earlier. Did that not register?
Yeah, I guess not.
Yep, no mark. I'm fine. If you don't want to be my friend, if you don't want to be friends with me.
What are we, snitches on the beaches? Come on.
Stitches on the
With stars upon thars? Yes, exactly.
Face.
Heck no, that's so cool.
Again, she could have just said makeup. I will re-emphasize that point. Her dad may or may not work for a massive beauty company, so she's got the resources.
You must have some other amazing talent to be able to get into the one and only Alpha School.
The answer is no.
Money, money, money.
Must
It's a
be funny.
Money,
In a trans world.
The tream.
I've heard that song in too many animation memes to be able to forget all the lyrics.
My mum is one of the OG ABBA fans, so I've heard it multiple times as well.
Well, my parents made me take fighting lessons since I was 5 for self-defense, but
Foreshadowing is a narrative technique that means that
foreshadowing
that's
is
definitely
narrative.
foreshadowing.
Foreshadowing is a narrative device.
It certainly is.
Woo! That's amazing!
Weow. Wow, wow, wee, wow. That is amazing.
Wow!
Jak mesh, my name is Shadi. You took fighting defense lessons. Wow, wow, wee, wow. That is amazing. Oh, okay. I guess
There's
they
the battle
they
I'm
took
for.
teleportation lessons. That's
Oh,
significantly more
no.
impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
The panda hat guy and the other one are gone.
What to use for the call thing? Oh, we use a service called StreamYard, which means that we can do that. It's a website basically, but you can sign up for that in different tiers, and then you can.
We used to use something else, but
Yeah. Well, we used to use Restream, but that one that imploded on itself basically, and tried to charge me a lot more than it was supposed to. So I was like, yeah, no, I'm moving, and I have not regretted it actually.
I usually have a camera, but I don't have it set up yet.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
I just moved setups, and I don't have a camera anymore.
Yeah, Ghost is one of the only like regular face cam users on Gacha Review, aside from me.
I have a face cam, but I choose not to use it instead of choose like a PNG tuber thing.
No, to be honest, like there's like at least you have like some visual. I'll say this: one of the issues with like old Gacha Review before I moved it to live was the fact that because there was no face cam and no icons or anything, if we talked about something for a while and paused on it, I either had to like add like other visuals on top of it if that I think anything was relevant, or it would just be like
basically.
ages on the exact same frame and us just talking relentlessly about something. So that's why that's the only reason I've got face cam on now. I don't really care one way or the other. But it's like you got something to look towards, and here's something, here's movement on the screen compared to the previous version. So yeah. All right. So class today. Okay, I appreciate the idea of like having the class on multiple layers and then zooming in past like the camera. Basically, that's what I would have done, but I've also pre-rendered them, so and then remove them if I want to. Like this, that's why like I normally do like jump cuts or something. Like back in Upwitch Academy, I started doing that, where if there's like a massive crowd or something, if I need to zoom in on a character who was in further in the back rows, I would just remove them, and then just they wouldn't show up in the close up because the implication is the camera was behind them, basically. But yeah, in a panning shot, that's very difficult to pull off unless you're like are really careful with how you zoom in. And this video has proven so far this is not that's not working.
Yeah, or you just do it in 3D space, which equals a whole new set of problems that I will not get into.
Yeah.
I would know.
Some are gonna have to disappear, right? Unless we're gonna really zoom in. Oh, we're really zooming in. Okay. All right. Anyway. Chris, do you see that girl over there? Apparently she isn't an alpha.
Yeah, I don't care.
What? Seriously? Here, bro, pass me some paper.
Oh, no.
Here, bro. There you go, it vanished.
The amount of using the word bro in this, just like few seconds, just made me audibly cringe.
Okay, the fact, by the way, not only is the pen moving, independently of the hand in question, but also it's writing on the air right now. Look at where it's like scribbling.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did he just toss it? Not... He tossed it in the air. No, you're supposed to throw it forwards, right?
I see what they're trying to do. I see they're trying to like convey that it's moved forward, but because they're in 2D space, they can't do it as well as they want to. The problem is that the way it was keyframed could have been a bit better.
Yeah, you don't have to do it at an angle necessarily. You could just do it. You could actually have it so that like resizes moving forwards.
It zooms in as it gets closer.
Yeah, that would have. Yeah, exactly. But also, I think it was just trying to. I don't know. Maybe it's going to do like a dude perfect trick shot or something. Maybe. And now we pan very slowly as the paper descends with an actual slide whistle. There you go. I will say, good choice of stock sound effects of laughter there. Anyway, Mammy or I'm guessing that's Mommy, but it looks like Mammy. And then you weakling wolf, I guess.
English, please, on that first word, because or
maybe it's Manny, like Manny signed his own artwork, so it wouldn't get stolen on DeviantArt.
I mean, maybe that makes sense with the thing right next to it.
Do us all a favor and shut up, okay? No one said
Thank you.
Okay. Oh no, that's the background. Our characters are shifting around.
Have the red hair alpha sound like a uwu cat?
I'll
try.
No,
I'll try.
No. Stop. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I will happily do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
Just open a can of Sprite.
I'd be quiet if I were you. I could easily shut you up if I wanted to, Robin, since I'm way more powerful.
Nobody cares.
Oh, shut up! You're always about power this, power that. It's annoying, you know.
I will become the Alpha's Alpha. It is the last thing I do.
I would hate being in the middle of that. It's like, guys, can we quiet down, please?
Mr. Olsen, sit down.
Yeah, all right, there you go. You're Mr. Covens now.
I hate how they're blinking and I hate how everything is convulsing around.
Okay. How did that happen? Where they? I'm guessing maybe like they were all on like the same like timeline of Gacha. Basically, it was the same screenshot because the back row didn't change at all, but they also blipped. Like it was like one. It's like it was one layer. There was all one layer, so they had to all blip together. Basically,
I'm guessing what happened was like I'm guessing the cross because it was all in one layer, or at least most of the PNGs. the crossfade, they didn't do it correctly to the point where like faded too many stuff. I don't know.
Also, can I say something really cursed?
Oh no.
Yeah.
The alpha sitting in front kind of looks like Adrian Agrest.
He's missing the feather in his hat, but close enough.
I've never
He
seen
can't
that.
wear a
Maybe this one's
feather in
allergic
his
to
head.
it.
He's
Do that.
allergic.
It was part of the design, though. He doesn't have a nose in this timeline. It's got to life. And also the teacher ain't got a mark. I'm guessing it's under his beard, but yeah, maybe not.
Maybe it could be someplace else.
Maybe you're allowed to teach here if you're not an alpha, but not attend as a student unless you have enough money. Maybe that's the implication.
Oh, so the students are shifting around in
Not again.
some sort of
Hmm.
ugh.
I don't know what you're trying to. I got distracted by this comment here.
Marinette, we need to go take down the alpha.
Hawkmoth.
We need to go take down the alpha that was akumatized.
Your quest for power has been denied multiple times. I
Hey,
will grant you
Shadow.
the power to control anyone you desire. My only request is Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous.
You.
You can also howl. I forgot to mention that earlier.
Also, William, can I ask a question? How did you do the thing with the Fujitech reactive and the...
Oh, hold on. Let me move my thing over because I have it on OBS.
I think it's
virtual
OBS.
camera now.
Yes, it's OBS Virtual Cam. It's the same way that I did Quest the Rising Sun. I think where
I'm using a-
where if you put like the PNG tubers on like that timeline in OBS, but you also make it size it up so it becomes your virtual camera. Then you can do it that way. I think.
Yeah. I also just have it
Hey.
that it's also set to. Okay, that's basically where I'm in a separate Discord call, like a private one, for the Fuji thing. Not Fuji, the reactive thing to work, whatever it's called. I forget what it was.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, because you have to. Yeah, because it works by Discord. So yeah,
And I didn't want to have
sense.
to reset up my actual program for my Minecraft VTuber to have a gacha one, so I just
Oh yeah, fair enough. Yeah. Also, yeah, you're right. Mr. Covens is actually teaching something. That gives him legendary gacha teacher status. Yeah.
Well, the last week, I think we've had quite a few instances of this happening where they just.
Oh no, I've been complaining about this for years on Gacha. Even before I started making Gacha review. That's why Mrs. Dice had so many scenes originally, because I wanted the school, the series that was set in a school to have actual characters learn something. That's why Mutant Girl had those school scenes. Aside from group project reasons, which is one Gacha cliche that I did in fact follow to some degree. I varied up a little bit with who ended up being, the subject of the ship, but yeah.
Once again,
oh wait, no, I forgot this is Ghosty.
For this science project, you will need to create a diagram of Earth.
Of our Earth. I wonder if their Earth is the same as our one, or if we get that very bizarre map from the Alpha Sisters channel, and they're just in Zootopia or something.
Maybe the water.
This is a group project, and I will assign groups and partners. Implying that some people will be in groups of 3 to 4, and some people will just be in pairs.
I'm guessing it's a case of, pairs and also threes, but yeah.
Can't wait for the bully character to be paired with a main character. Yay!
Mr. Coven has strap-on ears. Yeah, but actually, secretly, unbeknownst to anyone else, his human ears are strap-on ones, not the wolf ones. They're the genuine article. He's strapped on his human ones.
Once again,
that's cursed. When I think of that, whenever I think of Ulrich Cordia with human ears, they're just strap-ons.
I have to stand up so they'd be in Wolf's Den. I see. Okay, fair enough. Then you're the expert.
The groups are Haru and Nathan, Robin, Kylie, and Melody. And last is Chris and Callie.
I guess we once again have a very small classroom. Then again, if people can't,
Yep.
I guess there aren't that many alphas, so yeah, who knows?
Also, I think I might have predicted it. I'm not sure.
This music is actually kind of bopping, though.
Yeah. In these situations, I just assume
fun.
that everyone like hears double.
Yeah, which would be awful, but
Have fun, guys.
Oh, there we go. Let's fade from the classroom to the
the
classroom.
classroom.
Great.
Let's fade. Oh!
Ugh! Okay, there is a reason why doing camera angles needs to be done in a separate file, or at least if you have the capability of like adjustment clips or something. That's like a clip that just basically allows you to move the entire clip around without...
Pre-render,
Pre-render at
please.
least, or use adjustment clips to zoom it in so that you don't have to zoom everything in manually. It's so much easier, and it also looks better. Please.
Did he just pulsate to change positions?
I think he also slightly moonwalked back as well, but yeah.
Did you not
Mr.
listen?
Collins, do you know where my partner is? I think her name is Callie.
Were you not paying attention?
And I think he just doesn't know what Callie looks like, so he's now going to be surprised it's the same person that he threw he threw that diagram to earlier. Which yeah, she's
yeah,
toast.
I called it.
Callie's toast. If that's his drawing
Called it.
skills, you're not going to be able to do very well on the diagram of the Earth.
Yeah.
Yes, she's in the hallway, starting with the diagram sketches already.
Okay, in what world does somebody leave a classroom before meeting their partner in a group project and starts to work on the project? That is the most ridiculous idea I've ever heard.
That is unless she had in all confidence. That is unless she believed in all confidence her partner wouldn't want to work with her. Then it would actually be a smart idea.
Yeah, except for the fact that they'll turn in two separate projects and you have to do twice as much work. That's not a smart idea at all. And also, just in case anyone's wondering why I'm not pointing out that she would have known who Chris was, she wouldn't know his name. So as far as she's concerned, it's just a random person in the class named Chris.
Oh, sorry, I'm being distracted by smooth animation.
Yeah, by which is referring to the part that William is doing in the in the bottom corner right there.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. This is just me doing my thing.
You need to teach me how to do that.
We should do another editing stream sometime soon. Then you can show that off.
Yeah, I could show off what I've been working. I forgot how this looks out of camera.
Yeah. Oh well, there you go. See, you're working on a crumpled piece of paper right now. Very appropriate.
You resizing it and flipping it upside down is what gets to me. It's very funny.
Yeah, squash and stretch at its finest here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually kind of like that, not gonna lie. It's
No, this is a story all about how the squash got stretched turned upside down. And I'd like to take a minute, say it there without fail, and I'll tell you all about how anime go with a tail. Okay. The paper the Red Alpha threw has jumped universes. That was his power the whole time. That was his power.
Red Alpha, I'm saying that his name is Kevin for funny reasons.
It's Chris.
It might be Chris, but he'll always be Kevin in my heart.
Sure. Okay then. Also, yeah, he does have human ears, but also so does the brother. By the way, the brother also has the same cross earrings that Callie does.
So,
but also, yeah.
So
the other
what you're
difference here is
telling-
that it seems like.
So what you're telling me, Jacob, is that this Alpha school is also a religious Christian school?
I mean, if that, yeah, at this point it just seems like it's part of the uniform that they just have as an option. You never know. That being said, if you look at the actual like piercing mark, it looks red, like it's just been recently done. Very recently.
Painful.
And improperly.
Probably infected.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because my brother and cousin both got their ears pierced at the same time, and neither one of them had, you know, major bleeding.
Yeah,
it was actually somewhat fitting because that cousin is the granddaughter of an aunt of mine who went to get her ears pierced with my mother, so it was like a cross generational. Here we go.
Yeah, I mean, like offhanded note from what you said earlier about religion, I was cleaning my room earlier today. And for some reason, I don't know why I still have it, but I just have a copy of the Holy Bible in my room. And I'm just like...
Okay.
I don't know why I have this, but you know what? I'm keeping it, because one day I might need it.
Read it.
Maybe it'll give me proper therapy for all the stuff I had to go through.
The knowledge of the
I don't
Lord
know about proper
be
therapy.
upon you. It will teach you a lot of wonderful lessons, like how to keep your slaves.
Did I tell you I got invited to a Jehovah's Witness meeting a couple days ago?
What?
Don't.
Yeah,
no.
I came
No.
I came back from work, and as I got out of the lift, and I just looked towards my left, and like before I like went inside the door, they were just there, and so I took a couple of them. I talked to them. They gave me a leaflet. It's for an event in April, but yeah, I was invited on the spot because I happened to be returning at that time.
Yes. By the way, don't go.
No, I probably won't go.
Don't get sucked in, Jacob.
Unless I get like very, very morbidly curious, but probably not.
And even then, I don't know how much of a good idea that'll be, but
Also, the background is shifting. However, this guy is moving sullenly back.
Oh well, you know. Oh, he's moving to the side. Well, okay, good lord. All right.
Good lord, keyframing.
Anyway.
Also, might I say the pen? I also have to say that the pen is moving, but she's not even holding it, so she's using telepathy.
At least she's writing on the paper. Chris also used telepathy or telekinesis on the pen, really. So yeah, he also did that. However, he was writing on the air, so he was worse.
I guess the air pencil just went straight to the
hi,
paper, I
Vaughn.
guess.
Oh yeah,
also,
Bon's here had the instinct powers and it's scary. And you called, yes.
Oh, hi, Mott.
Maybe he got summoned because of this. And I don't even know.
Exactly.
Look, dude, I hate this as much as you do, but I suggest you come over here and try to cooperate if you want a good grade.
Well, I would, but you seem to have already almost finished. That's a pretty accurate map right there.
Oh god, you go on the...
Nah, I think I'll pass. Mostly because I'm also blipping again.
Yeah, got it.
Listen, reality wants to get rid of you as much as I do. Wait, how did you phase in the back of the...
He blipped behind. I think NotZoey realized like halfway through, oh, I should have got a different screenshot where the props weren't in the way of this.
Yeah,
oh, well,
maybe.
I guess I'll just have them, not step over them. No one will notice. No one will notice at all.
Also,
this is what you... Wait, no, it was the other guy. Yeah. It was the other. It was Cosmic Cobalts. Never mind. I was gonna say this is what you wanted.
Also, yeah, I called this happening from like a mile away. He's like, you know what? Screw this. You do all the work, and yeah, I called this happening. Probably because I was rewatching Mutant Girl earlier today, but still. Yeah,
I did this one too. Although that was more based on my experience of like actual group projects rather than gacha cliches. But yeah, I guess it matches. It matches. My first game we're back on into it. Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you said you were playing hockey today, I think. Yeah.
Also, when did Bond become a mod?
Yeah, since today, yeah. He sent me an application and everything. Given how much chaos happened yesterday, you know, makes sense to have, you know, an extra pair of hands on deck.
Something.
Yeah. After all, I am the alpha here, and you'll do what I say.
What if I don't care about your rules, boy?
Did he just phase over the props again? And then
No, he didn't phase over the props. He phased the props out of existence, along with himself, and returned without them.
Let's just go on the Infinity Stone to make it again for those props.
By the way, just so people know, this is the same person that created Unbounded, so there is evolution after this point. So all hope is not lost. All hope is not lost.
Like, I will say that Unbounded is beautiful visually, but doesn't have a very good story. So at least this has something above Unbounded.
Yeah, I actually was decently invested in the story behind like the first 2 episodes. Give or take a few inconsistencies that definitely should have been patched up. Episode 3 is where I lost it. Yeah. He had the odd... Oh, wait, no, wrong character. This is Callie.
That fish man has the audacity to make me do homework for him. Like I'd actually do it for him. Wait, that's it. I won't do it for him. I'll do it for myself so I have a good grade. Wait, what was that transaction actually?
I don't know, but back to the inverted board.
Not again.
Also, I think that extra is actually like eating like crumbs or something. I thought it was like an extra mark or something. Like that was a double alpha, but no.
Also, yes, we're back to the Loosh poster.
Among other things, yep.
Oh. Whenever I see that happen, I am automatically blinded by the light.
Let's just try everyone just sliding out of existence and...
What do you want from me? Get out of here, Maverick!
Obviously. Shut up, Goose. I just came here to make sure you did what I asked you to do.
Get out of here, Maverick! Everybody hates your face. Anyway,
I get that. The skull is not very attractive.
I wouldn't want to disappoint my alpha.
Good. I will not question this very obvious lie.
Yeah, that.
Oh no. Wait.
No.
Okay, tell me if you see it, William. I think. Are you looking where I'm looking right now?
I don't.
That guy's tail is cut off in the back.
Why? How did you manage this? How?
Like, that is a good question. How did they manage this? It should be impossible.
I'm guessing that this, again, one single layer in Gacha, not like multiple imports, and therefore they like took she took the screenshot in the at once, and then when importing it into the background, resized it, not realizing a part of it was cropped out.
Oh my goodness me!
I will say I've done this before with thumbnails, but it's still funny.
I'm going to evaporate into fine powdery mist.
Where's my vacuum cleaner?
My dad. No, I'm the alpha. You're part of the pack, so my dad. Hello there, baby.
I am your Yeah, like when people say I'm your alpha, it's basically someone walking up to another person and saying, "Hello, I am now your mother. Obey me."
Exactly.
I want to face into water or lava.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, child. I am now your legal guardian. Have some snacks.
How about no? Because I have no idea who you are. Bye.
First up is Callie and Chris.
Once again, he phases out of existence. Of course.
Yeah. Also, by the way, Ace, feel free to invade anytime. You know, I'm not going to complain about that, and neither my analytics.
Please invade us more. Please stop phasing. Also, please, Kevin, stop phasing in and out of reality. You're freaking me out, my man.
Kevin, it's Chris again, but okay.
Listen, I'm not saying Chris. I'm calling him either Kevin or Maverick because it's funnier.
Remember to tell Mr. Coffins that I did most of the work, okay? Chris, I have 4 ears. I can hear that.
Yeah, I can hear that, you know.
Don't say
Yeah,
that.
look,
You're a
even
liar.
the cosplay next to her, the only one who can't hear is Adrian Agrest, who's just staring up into the distance,
Wait.
no thoughts, head empty. But
Hold
everyone
on.
else
Listen,
reacts.
I just realized.
We
I
already
just-
know that with Adrian Agrest's daddy issues, that he can get high and get
I'm
away
just
with it.
wondering, because I'm thinking now, did she make the answer like a separate sheet where the answers are completely wrong, and just using that as like the thing for him so he can get her?
Well,
and then
I think it's a diagram, right? So you can't really
Diagram.
make a diagram wrong unless you, I don't know, unless you mislabel
Well, maybe-
everything.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's probably what she did, and he's just
This,
trying to make him fail.
like, I'm just imagining her bringing up the diagram of the solar system and being like, "This is the soon. This
The
is
soon?
it.
This is Marie Curie.
This is moon." Not
Venice.
to be confused with the soon.
Venice, Italy.
Venice,
Venom.
Italy.
Yeah. March. Yep.
March, that one map from Lethal Company.
Jumping Jack.
And then the smallest planet of all, Putis.
Oh my god.
Just skip Saturn and Uranus and Neptune entirely. All right, yeah.
What I said from earlier again, because like, dear lord.
Alright,
Mhm.
anything for you, my alpha.
Okay, I'm
No.
wondering, did he actually like hypnotize her with that eye glow, or is she like faking it right
She's
now?
just playing into it. That's what I hope, because if not, then dear lord, get some therapy. Get some help.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay, did the teacher just shrink? Why did the teacher shrink?
Okay, the teacher
You
shrank.
resized everything, but the tail is still cropped out.
Oh my goodness!
Okay, the teacher
Ah.
shrank. The classroom changed orientations.
Okay, you know what?
The
Fun
student-
fact.
They're as
Yeah.
big as adults, and the teacher is as small as a child.
Okay, you know what? Fun fact, actually. During the Mutant Girl remake, the one that came out like about how many days ago it was,
It came
basically.
out twice. 'Cause it had to be fixed.
Yeah, well, in both versions, this applies to both versions. But yes, there's actually in the last scene, but because I want to have like the sky moving in the background, I didn't have like a clear version of the balloon one that Aiden made, and for some reason his version was cropped, which meant that I had to align the balloon version of that background to the windows, and then like actually pre-render that, and then separately do a separate render where I zoomed the footage in so that you wouldn't see the cropped edges. So again, another advantage of pre-rendering right there. If you see cropped edges like this, you can actually zoom in post and fix the tail issue.
Yeah, the least, but unfortunately they
Yeah.
did not. And
Yeah.
it makes me mad.
Well, all right. Oh, okay, now the tail is starting to reform. Still cropped out a little bit, but we're getting close. Anyway. Okay, here we go. So, presentation revenge time. Another classic Mutant Girl trope, I will say. But yeah. Presentation revenge. Okay, Ghosty, go.
Okay. So, both of us agreed that Chris would be presenting the first part of the diagram today.
Wait, no, he doesn't.
This is the soon. This is Marie Curie.
So basically, I'll be doing the second part. Chris, take it away.
You know what? I like to think that part of her self-defense lessons involved resisting, like alpha control. If she's a family of alphas, I imagine that would be like a thing they would really focus on. So and I assume that she was giving like private lessons as well because rich. So probably there was a tutor there in charge of that.
If alpha control is a thing in this universe, I worry for everybody else.
Yeah, we'd all be.
That basically implies that werewolves have the same dynamic as ants in a colony to other wolves, and that is frankly terrifying to think about.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. That would make all the ABO fanfics like all works of fiction like a little bit more of a little bit more entertaining though. Imagine the scenarios. Oh, yes, I am your alpha now. Fertilize all of these eggs in front of you.
Oh, I don't even want to think about
that. Lay on top of the eggs. Okay.
I don't want to think about that. I don't want to think about that.
That being said, I will say one thing that I would love to see. I would love to hear about more of in the Megaverse stuff or ABO stuff because I'm not going to read it, but I'd love to hear that it exists. Is the idea that you can train yourself to resist alpha control? Like that would actually be like an interesting thing to do. Yeah. Well, I mean, otherwise you just get the situations where like everyone's helpless or something. You get like oh no, I hope they don't find out that I'm an Omega because then they'll have to obey everything that they say, and it's like a thing they can't avoid or something. It's nature, and there's like, well, can you train yourself? That's the question. Now that's a character arc.
I don't know.
Yeah, in most situations, from what I've heard, no, you can't. That's why I'm thinking like, yeah, if that's a possibility. That'd be like I would follow that character. That character in
the possibility.
Yeah, like I would follow that character along in an ABO story. Honestly, that's probably like the most compelling arc that you could go on in that society. Anyway, also Chris should have known about this, by the way, if he knew those guys going to have to present. But yeah.
Yeah, obviously
he didn't order her to present for him, and he did stand up accordingly. So
yeah, he just told her to do the project, not present.
Yeah, if you're gonna use alpha control, be specific with your words.
It's like a genie or a djinn. You're gonna have to be exact, or else people will get the entire wrong idea of what you want.
The Omega monkey's paw.
Oh my god. Okay, well.
Okay, you know what? Two character traits I want to see in an ABO universe. Training yourself to avoid alpha control, and also monkeys pouring the living sin out of whichever alpha decides to give you an order.
I don't know what to say other than yes.
Serve me my breakfast of eggs and bacon. Okay, I found these eggs in the pond. I think there are frogs. Enjoy.
There are frogs and eggs.
I don't even want to think about that.
It's like an arranged marriage story, but where the person who didn't want to be in the marriage gets revenge on a daily basis until the person is fed up and divorces.
Oh, that's great.
Oh my goodness.
I love that so much.
If I ever write an ABO story, it's going to be one of those two plots. Possibly both.
Oh, I don't.
Anyway. Right, carry on with Callie. Carry on, Callie.
What? You forgot the whole project at home?
That's not what I said.
I gave you my part for you to keep since I know that I'm not responsible.
And here's the thing, he could just deny this.
Yeah.
But how could you forget it? I worked so hard on everything, and now we're gonna fail.
The actual.
Okay, now you're
sympathy.
now you're saying that you know, what's hard on everything. You know, that's not part of the deal as far as, you know, saying that he did most of it.
Not that great of a trump card.
Now you're now you're ignoring the monkey's paw. Up until now, you're doing fine.
Yeah, you ignored it completely, and yeah.
Yeah, Cal and Chris have the same hat, different colors, and also the same earrings, different colors. They seem to they seem to have, you know, like mirror. They have mirror accents to their outfits as well.
Maverick, I can't believe you.
Blue.
I spent so much time on it, and you.
Yeah. Mr. Collins, she's lying. But I did something with the well not, but still. Can someone please like dry off the wax on the floor? We're gonna slide away.
Yeah, I can. Which I think the teacher's gonna believe him.
Attention, students! There is no layer of ice all over the floors of the school.
Oh no.
Oh Lord.
Mr. Collins, I apologize on Chris's behalf. We are so sorry about our irresponsibility. It's just I still can't believe Maverick left it at home.
What's with this music?
Oh,
I don't know,
Callie, don't worry about it. It was Chris's fault he left your part at home. I'll give you a second try, okay?
Ha!
That means they're gonna have to work together again.
Unless he just doesn't.
Oh, okay.
But you and Chris should be ashamed. Callie worked really hard on the project and you left it at home.
I will say, I don't know why Mr. Cummings is believing Callie over Chris, like,
Maybe
immediately.
she's giving more genuine emotion to her performance than Chris.
Maybe, but especially if Callie's new, you would, you know, you got to be wary of that, of new student personalities. I'll say that much.
Maybe Chris just has.
Well, maybe that's why. Maybe because he knows. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, maybe that's why.
Like, you know what? This dude's reputation is off the wall already.
He's just using puppy dog eye. Okay.
Also, by the way, do you want to know why I keep calling Chris Maverick?
Why?
Yeah.
Maverick, Urban Dictionary. Someone who refuses to play by the rules. He/she isn't scared to cross lines of conformity, but their unorthodox tactics sometimes get results.
So essentially, he's Than.
Yes.
Oh, good, because the other guy I made the other guy Blaine, so I guess that's a fitting theme.
But that's not true. You can't just. Sorry, I
accidentally
voiced
true.
Maverick for you.
Oh, that's not true. You can't just.
I made my final decision. Callie gets to redo it. And you will get a 0 for being irresponsible and letting down your partner.
In that case,
Oh,
never mind.
it's forward. The board is fixed. Look.
They fixed it finally.
Yes, we have a school instead of Lush.
Exactly. Which, by the way, now I can see that poster. Back to school trash. Back to school. It's like High School Musical, the movie, the series, the sequel.
The fact that that's an unbelievable thing that branding that like Disney would do makes me mad.
I can't believe she did that. She embarrassed me in front of the whole class, and also gave me 0 projects.
Just saying.
What are you gonna do? Gonna get away with it? Trust me, you'll see what I do, unless I fade again, in which case you won't see what I do. for a second or two. Bars. Oh. Okay, I guess this was supposed to be... Oh, I thought it was gonna, like, you know, pin her against the locker or something. Which, by the way, that would have got a bit of thumbnail frame, essentially, but I guess not. Oh, and again, another kudos here. Extras reacting once again. Of course, not the one who's like looking back, but of course, yeah, that would make sense. You know, to the back turn, she wouldn't have heard
Also,
like the.
I
there's
would
no
like
thumb
to.
sound.
I'd like to point out just superfluously that she doesn't have an alpha mark either. The purple and blonde one.
Oh, maybe she does wear makeup. I can't believe you had the audacity to go behind my back and embarrass me. I'm front of the.
I'm front of her.
I guess that's meant to say in front of the, but yeah.
Welcome as a fish person.
By the way, so please pick those sleeves of yours. Never! Uneven sleeves are cool! You can pin girls to lockers, except for not the actual lockers, because that's too much movement.
They really aren't.
Also, it seems like the brother here is about to do his best Mirio Togata impression and emerge from the wall.
Like either that or the brother is doing his ghost impression.
Mm-hmm.
They're probably auditioning to be the next Danny Phantom.
Possibly. I mean, he's got the look down. Hold on a second. I need to watch this again. First of all, do you see like the border there? That was like a little bit of like the rotation. Yeah. Okay. Also. Okay. So now let's see. Okay. So he does punch the right side. It just wasn't further because again, Gacha Life. But yeah, you know, as far as combat goes in Gacha Life, not the worst. Not the worst. I would have definitely had her fall down on the ground and not like slide, but yeah,
the tail is also cut off.
Yes.
Also, is the end of her hair.
Yep. There's also that. I wouldn't have had those things happen, but nor would I have had like tilt further than the actual fall.
Also, I just realized Maverick and the main character's brother are rocking the same look.
Yeah, more or less.
Just opposite ends of the color palette.
Maybe the long lost.
Oh yeah. That explains the uneven sleeves. Yeah. Top of the morning to my name is Jacksepticeye. Anyway. Oh yeah, I forgot his name is Adrian. We already had an Adrian. Anyway. What, bro? Oh wait, no. What was his name? What, bro? Chris, what are you? I forgot what his... I think that was the voice I did for him. Oh, you leave for... Well, yeah. Reason is because he's getting revenge now, I suppose, in order for the presentation thing. So, yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, basically to run everyone down for what happened in the last 3 minutes... Basically, they were assigned to a presentation, and the main character practiced malicious compliance to make sure that he got the worst grade.
Yep.
And now he's basically beating her up for the transgression of malicious compliance.
Oh.
That idiot is my sister. Sister? She's not even an alpha! You've got to be joking! My adoptive sister, if you must know.
Sounds like you're doing a Mr. Mackey impression for Adrian.
No, I'm gonna let you go because you're my best friend, okay? But next time. Let me off! This a-hole deserves this! She ruined my reputation!
Your reputation.
It's bad enough that I got ruined by not even an alpha wolf! My reputation, yeah. My squeaky reputation in the field of academics! That's what people care about in school, right?
Also, by the way, the brother is wearing a jacket and a jacket. A jacket,
At least he's rolled up both his sleeves. Well, rolled down both his sleeves. That is even.
It makes him look like a soft uwu boy.
All right then, time to throw down. You and me, let's go. Yeah, this is the curse word the stuff. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, a fair question. Well, I mean, Callie seems to have been able to. Callie was the one who said it before. I guess they're fine with it.
I just say fish person.
Yeah, different animal, but yeah. She manipulated our teacher into giving me a failing grade and embarrassed me so bad. I care about my grades and academics. That's what makes me a popular bad boy.
That's because you were being a douche. You were being a jerk, man.
And you think I'm gonna let you hurt my sister? Well, you've got it all wrong, okay?
Look, you were wanting to take credit for most of the work when, like, that's not fair.
This is just biased. You wouldn't defend a normal wolf if it weren't your sister, would you? I mean, possibly not, but also still a sister, so not really.
Also,
I mean, in most people's books, family ends up, being a priority for them. This is not outrageous.
Speaking of alpha marks being a big continuity issue, his alpha mark has changed from a spade into a skull.
Okay, you know what? I'm thinking NotZoey lost the code for this character and remade it based on Chris, and I just forgot to change it back to a spade. Maybe they're siblings now. Maybe you're rude. Maybe you don't know me well enough, okay?
This is so cursed.
I've known you since kindergarten, you idiot! Well, you don't know me well enough to not know that I have a sister. Not sure how you missed that detail, but there you go.
So what's up with his sleeves? Dude.
Oh yeah, he's rolled it up again. Oh no. Maybe I don't know that because you don't give an effort to improve our relationship.
Is Maverick the alpha's alpha?
Maybe. Wow, beating up my sister was really helping me improve our relationship. Oh God, don't tell me that. Don't. Just we already have the sleeves. It's bad enough already.
It's already bad enough.
It's not my fault she's... Hold on, wait. It's not my fault she's so cute and stubborn-minded. I like to hit cute things.
No!
Why? I hit things I find cute.
Why? I hoped it wouldn't go in this direction.
Therapy? What is that?
The bully is secretly in love with the main character. Cliche of everything ever. Thank you, not.
I heard from all these pickup tip books that if you like, that if someone hits you, it means they like you. Therefore, I must hit someone.
Maybe not, because that's called assault, I think.
But what do you mean? The Pickup Master 420 is a best-selling author.
Well, he's factually wrong and just uses ChatGPT.
Remember the time that Dante wrote a book how to pick up girls in high school?
Oh my God! Right. That was a book for certain.
Just cute though, but is that a cliche? The cute and stubborn-minded, is that a cliche in gacha circles? Man, I've been in a community since 2018. I've still got more to learn.
So much more.
Holy nuggets! No, I didn't just say that. Meanwhile, Callie's on the ground, thinking like, "Wow, this guy likes me. Great."
Huh.
That's one more thing to add to the list of reasons to avoid him.
Yeah, and also,
Yeah. You weirdo! You went from punching my sister to she's cute in a minute. Those quotation marks in the wrong places. You didn't say she's cute in a minute. She said she's cute when in a minute, so it's a different thing, okay?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay,
yeah,
enemies
that-
to lovers, yes. Yes. I think enemies to lovers, I have definitely seen a lot of that
Yes,
trope.
absolutely.
And I also
just
hate it.
in
the
everything
enemies to
ever.
lovers trope is very, very, very pervasive.
Media incarnate at its finest.
I was very careful in Mutant Girl to not do enemies to lovers and make sure that Marwick never actually did anything directly insulting to Morwenna beforehand.
He barely said anything. He was just standing on the sidelines before then.
Exactly. The things that he did say were trying to de-escalate stuff. Yeah.
Wait, did that chair just eviscerate? Did that chair just congregate from the void?
Please don't tell me it just happened again.
Yes. It seems that blue objects like to appear. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a walking
my
red flag.
goodness.
Well, you know what that means. We all know what that means.
Oh my goodness.
Yep, put it back.
Finally, after some time.
Yeah. I'm really sorry. It came out wrong. You know what? Just forget it. Suddenly, the voice I gave makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Also, that eye train on is
Oh,
perfectly
he
fine.
faded over her head.
Leaving! Actually,
Hey Jacob, can I make a really cursed comment?
There was a
Oh,
very
no.
easy solution to that.
Wow.
Just move
Mask
the
it
layers
out.
around.
Also, Jacob,
Yeah, mask
really
out all
cursed.
layers. That was fine in this case because of custom backgrounds.
Jacob, cursed
Yeah?
comment.
Mm.
I guess he's in her thoughts now.
I'm tired from running through your mind all day. Wait, that pickup line didn't work. What was the line again?
Stop.
Pickup Master 420, help me out.
I can't help you there, buddy. I'm out of here. Bye.
Oh, whoa, and everyone appears. Yep. Okay.
Yep, okay.
Robin turned out to be really cool friends with Kira, and Kira invited me to hang out with her friend group. I saw the Death
guess-
Note and touched the cover with my fingers.
And then you're gone.
I
forever.
guess
You
this
disintegrated.
is. I guess this is how the where they are now section. Even that was like the worst transition to it, but okay.
Yeah, that was like the worst transition you've ever picked for that.
The
Hold on, wait.
Adrian-
Purple magenta. Okay, I need to go back then. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, it does look magenta now. Yeah. Yep. All right. Alright. Yeah, we've read that line. They're still sliding. They're gonna get run over now.
Man, you should have
I forgot who-
seen
I
the
forgot who-
look on Chris's face when Kelly embarrassed him so bad. I mean, sometime sooner or later he would have had to get pushed off his high horse somehow. I said sometime and somehow. Also, your earring is over your hair. That's kind of distracting. That's pretty weird.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, just because he's one of the most powerful alphas doesn't mean he can be a jerk.
What if his tail changes color based on his emotions? You know, if Gacha had been around in the 90s, I imagine a lot of the tropes would revolve around mood
Oh.
rings. Getting stuck on people's fingers or something.
My goodness.
If Gacha was around in the 90s, we'd have a bunch of early 2000s props that I would really love to use in modern
We'd have a GameCube
modern
in there
projects,
probably,
like the
unless Nintendo
snap
would let you know.
bracelets.
And probably early 2000s, you know, fashion and hairstyles and stuff as well. And music.
I would
Maybe
love
they
that.
have there.
Anyway.
True, I mean, at least my brother is humble and kind about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
he's
wasn't-
an
wasn't the,
example of a good alpha.
Yeah, he was an example. Oh, by the way, actually, you know, this is an example of a non-abusive family for a Gacha
I
main
know.
character. Another very rare thing.
An adoptive main family that isn't abusive at that. So we have 2 for 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean, in the real world, I imagine that adoptive families are much less likely to be abusive because they do background checks on you. But yeah.
Yeah, I would hope so.
Yeah.
If it's
No.
like how most gachas are, then I would immediately call Child Protective Services on everyone imaginable.
Yeah.
Adrian Black, Junior, pretty tail, white hair.
I guess that's pretty tall.
Pretty
Toasty.
tall. Sorry, I'm dyslexic.
Say, dear Lord.
What?
Yeah, we've already promised Ghost Kitty we weren't going to go into that direction with her siblings.
Yeah, please hope not.
No way! What?
I miss adoptive sister. Haha. I don't get what's so funny about that.
You could just say sister. I think she was being just like nervous laughter, but yeah.
Haha. Back in my old school, I actually found out my brother's friends were only nice to me because of my powerful brother.
Ah.
Then you probably should have told us on the first day, but fortunately enough, you didn't have to wait till tomorrow like you were going to originally. So as you have friends now, so good for you.
Also, there's Ace with a good question. Why do they say adoptive and not adopted?
That is how you say it. You know, adoptive siblings or siblings who are adopted. It's a different forms of the word.
Yeah, like Kelly is the one who was adopted, not the brother.
There was at least some correct grammar here, but also install Grammarly, please.
That's messed up.
Yeah, we love you for just how you are. A vengeful agent of chaos. Honestly, that's probably realistic for friendship groups.
The sliding again.
Thanks, boss.
Why are they wearing ice skates?
I think that's meant to be booze. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to be booze, but it's closer to boss than booze.
Yeah.
Ah, well, there you go. We know who her alpha is now.
The alpha's alpha.
Yep.
Also, I think the one in the green hair is in the wrong genre.
Just a little bit.
Well, I mean, he's not really giving into the. He's not really like reacting as if he would be like, oh well, why am I here? But yeah, this magic. Finally, I have escaped. Hello, Daddy. For the last time, I am no one's father. I don't like this Daddy anymore. To anyone who's new here, doesn't know who Sherman Young is, watch the Hatchetfield Saga by Team Starkid. Anyway. Simon's got the hearts for you. You know, the guy that you humiliated and we congratulated you for in first place. And now we're just... And now we all hate because he's a terrible person. Yeah, he's got the hearts for you.
However long it's been since this.
Also, by the way, as far as Kira's concerned, there's a very high chance he could have been looking at her, but okay.
What even is happening right now?
Yeah, exactly.
He literally punched me, you dumb butt.
I mean, he said it right in front of her face, which is even worse.
By the way, that was the first time we've seen that, the bad boy tongue in this video. I thought it was going to happen way sooner.
Actually, that's kind of...
Yeah.
Wait, they're in class right now?
I guess
When
this
did
is
this
PE, I
happen?
suppose. Yeah.
Fighting.
All right, William, you haven't had many characters yet. Go ahead.
Hello, class. In this class today, you'll be practicing transforming into your fighting form.
Also, I'm just gonna comment on the background music.
Like I have never understood why that's like a modern trend in music. There's not really like there's like a review for the music industry now. It's like, I mean, what is that? What is
What
that
is
supposed
it?
to be?
Anyways, dialogue. As an alpha, this is an important ability to master. Then tomorrow we will do practicing fighting in those forms. Today is just the transformation.
So I suppose the whole class meant to, take that long, meaning it's going to be a very difficult process, or the class is going to be very short in duration.
I would
I
guess the
wonder which one
latter.
it's going to be.
I wonder.
Wow, I wonder who in this class is not an alpha and will thus have problems with this particular
Yeah.
lesson.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
that
missed the line 'cause it
dialogue
was
that
so
dialogue
fast.
went too fast.
That
I didn't
was
even
so
get the
fast.
chance to read it.
yeah, there's like 1 second. Hold on.
Hey, kid, I don't know if I'm supposed to be here. I'm not an alpha.
Well, the answer is yes.
Yeah. I mean, tell the teacher that? Why are you saying that to
Yeah,
your
maybe tell
friend
the
like she has any
teacher.
power?
Oh, you should be fine. Oh, we have a fighting form. Us as alphas have a powerful form. You can still transform, though. Didn't you go to school for this? Like, shouldn't you know that already?
Yeah, actually, that's a good point. You went. It was established earlier, so like.
I would have 100% come up in health class before now.
Like, it could be that she went to a regular wolf school that didn't prioritize, like, fighting forms and alphas and just taught the regular English, math, science, and...
I'm just imagining it's like a part of their puberty or something. Now, sometimes you might feel that the things are like huge pent-up rage and like you're about to like... and something's about to like burst forward from your entire physical being. That's perfectly normal at your age, and we'll work through that.
Okay.
You have to protect this class should be about to protect wolf pups. I mean that's a separate class, but I'm just picturing them just going like just like mauling the plush.
Oh,
Getting
no!
on all fours to, like...
I will forever hate that.
It's like-
Anyway, dialogue time.
No, Chris, you're not supposed to maul the plush. Give it back to me. No, Chris,
Alright.
drop it. Drop it.
Okay. Okay. I want to see everyone transform firsthand to see if we need things to improve on.
Okay, I guess transformations occur via electricity. Oh, well, yeah, you left one of your eyes behind. Yeah, do it again,
Apparently
please.
So.
Like,
And
the fighting form is just that you turn more emo.
Yeah,
I
and then-
guess so. Wow, great job, Yuki. Perfect form.
I guess apparently leaning
No,
on your eyes
actually.
is a good sign.
Okay. Okay. Sebastian Amaros, you're up.
Hold on, wait a second. Amaros. What was Yuki's last name? I need to look back.
Yuki
don't think
Todori.
it's-
Oh yeah, that's right. Todori and Amaros. So we're not going out in alphabetical order. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Just checking. Alright.
Ow. Good try,
I guess, yeah.
Sebastian. We'll work on that.
Yeah, I guess we'll work on not falling over. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Now on to Cali Black.
Yeah, see, Amaros Black. That would have been AB, but yeah, okay, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
We'll move on, and
What?
I will
Huh?
back away from you, I suppose. And I guess all right,
Why are
here we
you
go.
suddenly an angel? What?
Because
why do you have
apparently,
wings?
after learning seconds ago that she had a transformation, now we get into all right.
Also, might I say the lighting effect of the transformation was cut off at the top and at the bottom.
Yeah.
And she is now
I mean-
kicking Sebastian in the face.
Oh, please stop kicking me in the face. I didn't do anything wrong. What? That's impossible. You're.
You're a super angel hybrid wolf princess?
What? Please tell me there's a part 2, because I was actually
There is a
genuinely-
part 2. There is a
Thank
part
you.
2.
Okay.
I don't
We'll
want
probably
to. I
have
don't want to
watch that
live.
next stream.
What?
But-
I'm so confused.
Okay.
okay,
So.
like, I'm pretty sure because, like, that was, okay, what extra stuff we can add? What? I don't know why is it always a thing, like, they add transformations at the end of videos. That's the thing in gachas. Like, if you're going to have a mechanic of transformations, do it, you know, make it, like, a huge part of what's going on. But I don't know. I have no
Okay,
idea.
so- Let's get pros and cons of the way. At least my pros and cons. Pros,
Yeah.
some of the visuals weren't bad. Though the tracking on the zooms and the movement of the camera could have used a lot of work. I know that with some of the this was still very early gacha, so like things were a bit jank, but like, I mean, at least there was custom backgrounds and stuff used, which is rare for gacha back then, at least. And at the very least, there is some actual decent attempts at like visuals and stuff here. Even if they're not the greatest attempt, at least there was an attempt here, like trying something at least a bit more. I don't know what the correct word for it is, but at least something more, I don't know, stylistic. I don't know how to explain it. Story. I mean, I don't know what to say. It was pretty generic, but at the same time, I mean, that last bit, okay, I was not expecting her to actually transform into like a biblically accurate angel or something.
No, that wasn't biblically accurate. In order for it to be biblically accurate, there needed to be more wheels involved.
Well, apparently that's only for prophets. I guess there are no prophets there.
No, it's
Otherwise
just
you get the
demonic
human form.
souls.
Well, you know what, William? You've got the Bible. You can check for us now.
Actually, yeah, I can. Hold on, let me try and grab it real quick. I need to...
Okay, I didn't mean. That's not a real quick situation. It's a big book. I know that much.
Hold on. I need to make a map of my dad's book. Okay, I got the Bible.
Aha. I was gonna be where she doesn't change and people laugh at her. So that definitely was a twist I'd not expected.
I mean, it's certainly a twist.
However, that was a twist that I expected, and even I am shocked that they, fleshed it out.
Why is a wolf's fighting form an angel? I was expecting like a more wolfish like aesthetic of some kind.
Like, I was expecting that too, as opposed to the transformations just being them in their regular clothing, just more emo.
Yep. And with one fewer eyes.
But I mean, I am a little bit invested to see where this goes in actually because of that cliffhanger.
And why did she get wings? Well, you never know. Wings
The
just kind of
answer is
happen on this
plot.
channel sometimes.
Wings,
Wings just kind of happen. Yep.
Wings.
Angels for a reason.
There's so much lore for you to catch up on.
Yeah, there's so much to catch up on. You need to like study like 5 years of history, probably even 6 at this point.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. One thing at a time. Yeah. Which, by the way, yeah, the cliffhanger being
4 to 3 years.
the cliffhanger being horrible. That was actually a comment on this video about that. One of the top comments is actually to do with that cliffhanger. I mean, if you're planning to do a part 2, then that's a fantastic way of going about it. If you're on the fence about doing a part 2, probably not the best thing to actually do right at the end there.
Maybe, like, leave an open ending where it's open for more, but also concludes the main bit. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, there you go. Something along those lines. Yes. Yeah, but actually, to be honest, I mean, about that last scene, actually, this kind of goes into a point that I was going to mention about the stories, about the pros, actually. As far as main characters go, I actually really like Callie. Because the thing is, I'll say my favorite type of main characters in anything, gacha or otherwise, are ones that aren't necessarily like the most powerful beings ever, but people who like use like their intellect in order to, pull themselves forward in some situation. They use what they have in a creative way,
Yeah.
and that's what like impulses them. That's what leads them to success in some regards.
Yeah,
Such as Callie's journey here, being like, okay, I'm going to, take advantage of the fact that this guy is like is a very proud alpha that wouldn't expect a betrayal, and I will betray him, and it worked.
Yeah.
Again, presentation revenge, of course, the bike, because I did that myself for the mutant girl, but yada yada yada.
Yada yada yada.
But even despite that, is one thing. But then, of course, we had to go the hybrid wolf angel princess thingamabob at the end and make her, some sort of like prophesized thing. And that's that to me doesn't sit as well.
Yeah, I mean it was it caught me off guard, but like I don't know if it was entirely for the right reasons.
Yeah. If there was a desire for a part 2 for this, or a potential for a part 2, I probably would have had it be, Chris's revenge of some kind, What kind of scheme would he start to, concoct from that point? And, would it lead anywhere?
Surprised we didn't get any like starting of development on, but to be fair, it's only part 1, so I shouldn't be too surprised.
Yeah. If anything, Callie being normal actually for the most part, that's also quite relatable in these instances.
Yeah,
and I definitely consistently suspect that the ABO franchises will probably have a lot of self-insert OCs in them, just going by speculation alone.
Oh yeah, you already put the horse before the cart in that one.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. So yeah, like I can imagine again having that relatable like angle. Then again, I guess Bella turned into a vampire sometime in Twilight. She was meant to be a blank slate to some degree. So yeah, I guess here and there.
Also, Ace is really wanting you to watch Bunny Tales.
Yeah, I know, but I did explain yesterday that I tend to leave it like a week at least between reviewing things on like the same channel, just to give like other creators a chance in between. So sometime next week, I will probably do Bunny Tales of some kind, but yeah, not right away.
In the meantime, though, we did something else, which was this, and arguably. Thank God, this is such a breath of fresh air compared to last time. Oh boy.
Well, last time was a breath of fresh air compared to the time before that, but yes.
Yeah, but still, I wanted to do things I never thought I wanted to do after seeing that. I was like, please, never again. Never.
Like, for instance, Josh has given us a few things we have to roll back to.
Yeah, perfect example. I've actually been meaning to go back to Witch Academy for some time. So yeah, we will see. I mean, I have an early start at work on Tuesday, so I might not do a stream tomorrow. But if I decide to, then because I'm doing this an hour earlier than I normally would anyway, so I guess it kind of like evens out. If I decide to do that, then yeah, probably be Witch Academy. We'll see.
Like Ace, I will say what I said last time. Straight in an all-gay school wasn't bad. It was just mildly offensive.
Yeah, well, again, if you haven't seen part 1, like our review of part 1 yet, then definitely check that one out for context as to why we had so many issues with that part compared to the one from yesterday. But yeah, Mr. Warner write man will host a story about some wolves letting out to be parents and care for a pack. There is that, yeah. Maybe an expecting couple potentially, but yeah. Something along those lines. That'd be nice. Yeah, there's a lot you can do with stories about wolves and about even transformations that aren't really that are really like well trodden territories. Honestly, like I've said for a while that if the next gacha series that I would like to work on personally would probably be one about transformation sequences exclusively, and being like, okay, well, all those ones you see in the hated child videos about like what like them all having secret transformations, what kind of society, what would that do to a society, basically? What kind of like implication does that have for a person? Is it genetic? Is it, basically explore all of those options, really, and kind of go into that detail and being like, okay, let's make that the primary focus, not just like a surprise at the end to make the character seem more special than she was. Because in this case, we didn't need it. In the case of Hated Child, there's like they're super downtrodden all the time and have nothing going for them most of the time. Other characters, end up being like blank slates until you like give them that option. Callie didn't really need that. She was actually a pretty decent, main character just on her own, which is saying something, which is because that's rare coming from gacha of this era, particularly, or even the modern era for that matter, depending on which way you look at it. But yeah. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens in part 2. Again, we'll probably circle back around to this in like a week's time. Give or take.
In the meantime,
but yeah, for now,
things will be happening.
Yeah. For now, I'll say, visual wise, definitely needed some, layer playing around and some and not as much use of crossfading and more pre-renders. However, what we did have is actually, was a few sound effects and some selected music, because again, it's become made from a popular channel that needs to worry about copyright. So of course that was a bit more of a concern. But yeah, it does so, and custom backgrounds, which does show a level of initiative in terms of elevating the visual storytelling aspect. Just as some parts of the actual story that were probably, especially towards the end, because honestly, like even all the way through, it wasn't like it wasn't like as terrifying as a lot of the ABO stuff ends up being. I personally would love to learn more about why the noble and most ancient House of Black is so feared. I would like more examples of that, but maybe we'll get that in part 2. You never know. So yeah, we'll see what happens in a week's time. So before then, please either like or dislike, because your opinion matters. And subscribe done so already. And on that note, until next time, farewell.